Now we start to talk about the topic of the role of technology in an educational institution. First, we choose a teaching technology flipped classroom as our object of research and discussion. As you can see the scene on the screen. And these are the references we selected, including the one designed by the teacher. We have 5 persons in this group, and each of us is responsible for the analysis and explanation of a model. That's my part. The reasons for choosing flipped classroom as the research object. Those are 2 aspects I'll tell you. First is the social environment and practical factors. With the continuous development and the changes of the social economy, Chinese society is undergoing comprehensive educational reform in order to make educational more suitable for the development needs of modern society. The flipped classroom as an important means to improve the traditional classroom model is being used by more and more teachers in their own teaching activities. With the continuous emergence of new ideas and new technologies, the integration of information technology and courses is becoming more and more deep. Flipped classroom can use the network to realize the reverse arrangement of knowledge transfer and knowledge internalization, thereby achieving the purpose of relocating classroom time. And as you can see, I found some pictures about flipped classroom in China. The first 2 pictures are from my sister. I asked her for these. These pictures show the signs when she was in flipped classroom at her university. And the next 2 pictures are the signs of flipped classroom teaching activities in Chinese high school. Then I made a timeline with the development path for flipped classroom. From this timeline, we can find that the concept of flipped classroom has only appeared in recent years, so this concept is still in the process of development and evolution. Each of the new concepts will meet many problems in its development. Flipped classroom will also definitely face many problems and challenges. These are our summarized the 3 most prominent issues, those problems and challenges, as you can see on the screen. So it will also be mentioned in the explanation below. And my part's done. Thanks for your listening.
As far as I am concerned, through the use of technology, all students can work on the same activity while having personalized exercise tailored to their particular needs, interests, and skills, which includes the following aspects. First, shy students can be recorded and shown in class on equipment live broadcast. Another assessment can present separate items because the assessment is depends on certain points. Okay? Autism may have the chance to take longer, complete tasks now to offer personalized vision planning and both. Not all the students can participate in the discussion boards. Last but not least, special education students can also improve their reading fluency by documenting their reading. To sum up, I hold the opinion that without technology, these student populations, regardless of high or low achievement, are often challenged by the availability of limited and inflexible resources that are not easy to navigate based on students' learning needs and learning patterns. This is my idea, and I would be very glad to hear the voice from my other team members. Thank you so much.
Application of flipped classroom in project-based teaching. Necessity in project-based teaching, the problem involved in each project, no matter how big or small, are comprehensive and open. Comprehensiveness refers to item. Visual teaching integrate theoretical knowledge and practical operation in a project, and implementation of each project include various knowledge and skills. Openness means that it's not limited to books. It's no limit to looking at problems from a certain angle. It's about problems that are very practical, constantly changing, and can be analyzed from multiple perspectives. In addition, project-based teaching not only focus on the combination of theory and practice, but also does not relax the grasp of basic theories. In the selection of each project, the rationality of the topic selection and the preparation of the theory knowledge should be considered. It's a good choice to integrate the teaching concept of flipped classroom into project-based teaching in order to complete the teaching task of project-based teaching within the limited class hours. First of all, flipped classroom is a very practical teaching method, which can use a variety of advanced teaching methods to enhance the teaching effect. For the knowledge points that are very easy to understand, we can impart knowledge to students by teaching coursework simply taught by teacher. For the more abstract and difficult to understand or describe the knowledge points, you can consider the use of two-dimensional or three-dimensional animation technology to view concrete image display for the scene of work that is not easy to imitate in project-based teaching. It can be shown in a three-dimensional and all-round way by the way of live video, which not only stimulate student interest in learning, but also can give people three-dimensional thinking and improve people's imagination. Secondly, project-based teaching has a lot of teaching content and a large curriculum capacity. Teachers expect all knowledge points involved in each project in traditional class, which will obviously lead to expensive classroom. Teachers need to select the teaching content before class to ensure that students have enough time to classroom practice and operation and turn into a classroom project. Teaching greatly extends the student study time. Students can choose according to oneself circumstances and arrange learning content and sharing of network resources are also provide students with a large number of sources of knowledge. Students can choose according to their knowledge, don't have to spend time to learn. Just read what you don't know. Unlike the traditional classroom, all students must learn the teaching content prepared by the teacher in class. And the teaching arrangement does not consider whether specific students are familiar with the certain knowledge point or have never heard of certain concept.
At the first practical, use all kinds of advanced teaching. Use all kinds of advanced teaching means to enhance the teaching effects. For the relatively easy knowledge points, teachers can simply teach to students. Secondly, the feasibility of the teaching method changes with each passing day. Students become the core of teaching. The use of network can provide different students with learning materials and methods suitable for their characteristics. Thirdly, enhance cooperation among students. Rewards class creates an environment for students to learn actively, free-arrange learning time and place according to their own actual situation. Students help and learn from each other by forming study groups. The last one, increase the teacher-student interaction. The use of reserved classroom changed the role of teachers from the traditional knowledge imitator to the prompter and the guide of learning. Thanks for listening.
Okay, we are going to part 5. In this part, we will make a summarize with a few words. First, we saw project-based teaching can make students experiment the process of knowledge and skill, but there are too many teaching content cannot fully convert to students in a limited time. So we need a free classroom to project-based learning. Number 2, free classroom is the new teaching approach, which means that the whole concept of the teaching is involved. Students are introduced to the free material before class, so that time spent in the classroom is used to discussion with peers and problem-solving activity in order to deepen understanding of the subject. Number 3, free classroom can solve some problem of project-based teaching, like make up the Thai classroom teaching type, so different to imitative problem and so on. Number 4, free classroom is known as a major technology change affecting classroom teaching. Number 5, free classroom requires students to obtain learning resources on the internet before class. Therefore, each student must have digital terminal equipment and certain information technology capability, which is the prerequisite for integrating free classroom into project-based teaching. The last one, there is still a long way to go to integrate the free classroom into project-based learning, which requires the school the teacher and the student work together. Okay, that's it. There are 6 points we summarize from our research. Thank you.